Hello and welcome to your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. New Jersey is preparing to take center stage for one of the biggest global events in the world, the FIFA World Cup. And while matches will be played at MetLife Stadium, communities across North Jersey are coming together to create something even bigger, bringing fans together through culture, food, music, and shared experience. Joining us now to talk about Goya's Flag Cities 2026 initiative is Ron Simoncini of Axiom Communications. Ron, thank you so much for coming here today.
I'm so glad to be here.
We are literally a mile from MetLife Stadium right
Yeah.
now. Can you feel the excitement building up already?
I'm going to throw up. By the time this airs, it'll be even closer. There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. Before we start about the activations and the parties, how did you get involved in this?
So the Meadowlands Chamber has a Convention and Visitors Bureau called Meadowlands Live. It was instrumental in bringing the game here, doing the housing plan, and working with the host committee on the bid that brought the game here. And we know that we needed to have some kind of activation that would allow the communities to express themselves, allow us to welcome in visitors, have a good time with this. And we had some experience with the Super Bowl. We did a great fan festival in East Rutherford, and we had another festival in Secaucus. And we realized that for World Cup, we could really do something that involved a lot more towns, a lot more folks, and bring New Jersey to the rest of the world in this meaningful way.
So that's where Flag Cities, sponsored by Goya, formed?
Yeah, so Goya presents Flag Cities, which is so grateful to have them as a sponsor. They're right in our backyard. They've been here this is their 90th anniversary year. They do so much for the community, and they were able to jump on this thing and give us the support we needed to underwrite our entertainment expenses and some of the other expenses of having the event series, so keep our ticket prices low. We went to a bunch of communities. Would you like to do this with us? We got universal yeses. That changed a little bit as the event series, as the momentum grew, and we needed bigger sites. We switched from downtowns to county parks in some instances. Goya was incredibly supportive the whole way. The Chamber and the Convention and Visitors Bureau got behind this in a significant way, and now we have 5 events that correspond to the group games at the beginning of the tournament.
What are those events?
So our first event is in Jersey City, and our watch game that night will be the United States opening game of the tournament. Our events happen the day before or 2 days before the games at MetLife Stadium, and that's because security issues, transportation, we didn't want our people getting caught up in issues related to other people getting to the game. And we also wanted the incoming fan, right? The person who's coming in to see his country's team, we want them to be able to come celebrate with us before they see the game the next night. And so we're sensitizing a lot of our entertainment and a lot of our food to the teams that are playing the next day. And we hope that that creates this welcoming experience for the folks coming in from out of the country.
So smart.
It's so fun too, because working with their embassies and their consuls, and then working with our caterer on what the dishes are that would be representative of those countries, and finding a dance troupe, or it has been really fun, and I think that we're going to be really proud of it when it's over.
Okay, take us event by event.
So you've got Jersey City, that's June 12th. Then you have...
And then what's the match that you're celebrating?
The game that plays in our region is Brazil and Ecuador. And then we go through, we have France, England, Germany, Brazil, Ecuador, all playing in our region in different group games. And our events happen first in Jersey City, and then we have an event in Bergen County at Overpeck Park, and then we have an event in Laurel Hill Park, and then we have an event in Newark, downtown Newark, near the Prudential Center. And then our final event is in East Rutherford, which is the host community to the game. Each of those events will show games happening in other areas. So it's still a watch party. It's just not a watch party for the games in our region.
So you're bringing in different cuisine, like you said. So how are you curating all of this?
We have a brilliant caterer called In Time Catering, and they do these very large festivals. They're Jersey-based. They're sort of diving into how to create this for us. And they have like multiple jobs with us. So there's a VIP tent for our sponsors. There are food trucks, and we're inviting the appropriate food trucks that will be able to serve a variety of foods, not just the ethnic foods from the teams coming in. And they'll work together to try to focus on the types of foods that those visitors would expect to see.
What about entertainment?
There's a little bit of a question mark around some of that. We will have concerts at each venue. Some of them will be notable names that you could hear on Sirius XM.
Wow.
And some of them will be local bands that we see all the time. And some will be a mix of both. And some will be DJs. And some will be musical performances that relate to the country's incoming. We'll have a press conference and we're going to invite you.
Oh, okay. We love going to your press conferences.
Wasn't the last one awesome?
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. At that event, we will announce our entertainment. And we've got a very interesting second sponsor. But I've got another sponsor that I would be remiss if I didn't talk about, which is NJ Transit.
Cool.
And each of our events is served by mass transportation, buses, trains, or both. And NJ Transit has done a swap with us. They're going to promote us on their vehicles and in their stations and on their social media. And we're going to create an environment for them at each event where they can engage with our attendees that come in and show how transit is working to improve itself and provide extra goodies for people. So we have a bunch of sponsors like that. The lottery, the New Jersey Lottery is our sponsor. Anheuser-Busch, which is the FIFA sponsor for beer. Diageo, which is the liquor sponsor for FIFA. Coca-Cola, which is the soft drink sponsor for FIFA. We've had a lot of folks come in that are FIFA sponsors. And then we've had a bunch of people like Goya emerge who are local to us and they don't conflict with this FIFA sponsor. An important consideration is to not conflict with a FIFA sponsor. It makes it a little harder for us to sell sponsorship, but it protects the people who've really underwritten the cost of the game for everyone.
But I think it shows that the people involved with FIFA on a sponsorship level also want to support you. It means you hit on something.
I think the challenge of going through the FIFA gauntlet discourages a lot of these local activations.
I heard dealing with FIFA is 20 times worse than dealing with the NFL.
I wouldn't say that. I had some
15%?
NFL moments. It's just that they're very specific. And so they want to protect the people who've invested hundreds of millions of dollars worldwide. And we understand that. But I think the sponsors, especially locally, we've got Liberty Coke, which works in our region, terrific people. I don't think that they wanted to abuse the fact that they had exclusive rights to us. So we said, we will exclusively provide those products in recognition of what FIFA's done. And there's a reason for our folks to use them. Goya has a very wide set of grocery products that we're encouraging all of our food truck vendors and in time to use Goya products in the recipes that they do. So there's a real family, local feel to this. And I don't really blame FIFA. It's just, like I was telling the story about this scarf. Can I tell my story about this scarf?
Tell your story.
So this is Axiom's Christmas gift, except it didn't go out on Christmas.
Oh, that's why I noticed that he's wearing a Santa hat.
Yeah, this is Eugene Festinelli. He may look familiar to you. So we ended up sending it out a little bit later. It's been out. It's still a great gift. It's still so much fun. Everybody who goes to one of these matches sees people with commemorative scarves. Like that's part of the whole FIFA World Cup thing. And so we have one. And so we're celebrating it as a company. We're not bothered too much by the fact that it was a little bit late. And so we're not bothered by the fact that it takes a little longer to deal with FIFA than you might like.
But there's also a good reminder in you wearing that scarf. You were telling me off camera.
People are making some noise about, well, we don't know what this is going to be like, and we don't know what this is going to be like. We have 1 million people who are going to come here over 39 days. We have 8 games with 70,000 people each. We have 8 countries represented in the region in the first 5 games, and that's before the knockout games. We have 3 of those, including the final. I don't believe that every single thing is going to go exactly as according to plan. Just like with this dopey scarf that only went to 400 people. There's going to be challenges, but that's the fun of this thing. The outcome remains to be seen. I'm really looking forward to it. I think our sponsors and the people who are going to attend our events are going to have a great time. They're going to be so glad that they were involved. And I think a lot of credit goes to the Murphy administration and the Sherrill administration for bringing this thing in and giving us a chance at something that will be very, very memorable. And this is a product, by the way, that came from the online store for the Meadowlands Chamber and the Meadowlands Liberty Convention and Visitors Bureau. Here he is.
Oh, he's a seagull.
He's Murray, the egret. And so he's
Those fly around the Meadowlands after football games.
They do.
Yeah.
He's going to be a plush doll that'll be available. We'll have a kabuki costume with people running around our stage with him. And, we got to make this thing fun and memorable.
One of our producers is like a professional mascot. She's back there, Eileen. So if you need someone to be your mascot,
Eileen,
let us know.
You got to get in the costume. His beak is hilarious. So this has been a lot of fun.
Cute.
The Chamber's gone whole hog into this. They've done a fantastic job of creating excitement with the communities that are now hosting our events, making sure that residents are going to have special memories here, making sure that we have a travel and tourism exposure here, right? Because we want the people who are coming to the games to come back. Or we want them to tell other people, I had a really cool time in the Meadowlands. I went to blah, 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 and it was awesome. Because, we take a lot of things for granted around here. We eat at great restaurants all the time that have ethnic flavors to them that you don't get elsewhere that are particularly good here. We have great entertainment, great attractions like American Dream, also an affiliate of ours with Flag Cities. All these things are things that you should fly over to see from other countries. And now we have an opportunity to really show them off while people are here.
Do we have to try harder on the Jersey side because it's the New York, New Jersey World Cup here?
If I'm coming here and I have an opportunity to stay in an exceptional hotel and have some of the New York experiences, I certainly will have them while I'm here. There are other people who won't touch New York while they're here. They'll fly into Newark Airport. They'll be here just to see their games. They'll stay locally. And we're going to treat those people exceptionally well. And we're going to treat the people from New York who come here because we want them to have a great experience. Also, if they're staying in New York, it doesn't mean they're not going to have some Jersey exposure. They will. And they'll be happy that they were here. This stadium and this sports complex are worldwide. How many times have we heard on television, live for the Meadowlands? We hear it 50 times a year. And it's an important place. And I think people, even if they stay in New York, will get some exposure to New Jersey that'll be important to us.
Is the state ready? Security-wise, transportation-wise?
No, but we will be.
You are not ready yet. We're in April when this will be shown. We're not ready yet.
This is like a wedding. You're not ready till the day of. It's all under control, but there are decisions that continue to be made. There are issues that continue to be resolved because as the high quality people, the very complicated mission of doing this requires a lot of people who know a lot and who are very good at their jobs. And they keep finding things to make better. And so I think, there is a little bit of frustration with people saying, well, I haven't seen this plan and I haven't seen that plan. Relax. It's going to happen. And I have a lot of faith in the host committee and a lot of faith in the institutions in New Jersey and the agencies, for example, New Jersey Transit and others that are going to put this thing on. They've been preparing for a long time for it. There were some notable failures in the Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to see those in the World Cup.
What were some of the failures? And see, that's good because I don't even know. And I was so tapped into that whole world back in 2014.
Well, we did leave 10,000 people on the train platform for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that story.
Yeah, that wasn't a good moment.
Also, there was a blizzard that we had to deal with the day after.
The day after was, well, the day of the game, we had great weather. And we had a fan festival in East Rutherford, and we expected 2,500 people to come, and 8,000 came. And it was unbelievably fun. And we were ready for 8,000. We just didn't expect 8,000. And I think you got to look at this that way. We're hoping for 1 million travelers. Is this a failure if only 700,000 come?
No one's counting.
Right.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. It's going to be great. Most people live their whole lives, and their country doesn't host a World Cup game. Forget the final in their backyard. And we should be proud of what's happened so far and really looking forward to what's happening. Now, people are preparing us, right? They're saying, you're going to need 3 hours to get to this game and count on it taking you 3 hours to get home. That's an honest appraisal. And it's necessary. We have to secure the game. We have to make the roadways available. There are just certain logistical things that it's not like having an NFL game. There's no parking at the stadium. So how do you get those 25,000 cars worth of people, which is 50,000 people or more, into the grounds? You're going to have to shuttle them. You're going to have a lot of permutations of transportation. Most of that I think is done. I think they're putting the finer points in it now. But I trust the administration and transit to convey the plan in plenty of time and for it to be something that everybody can rely on. But if you don't want it to take you 3 hours to get to the game, you shouldn't go. Yeah. If you don't want it to take you 3 hours to get home, you shouldn't go. Because it's a reality that hosting an event of this magnitude in this transportation-constrained state, that's what has to happen.
The mayors of these cities, all of the community partners, they are so excited. And we were at the introductory press conference. Let's take a look at some of their remarks.
For many months and probably a couple of years now, we have been talking about how will we leverage and maximize the fact that the greatest game on the planet, the greatest sporting event on the planet is coming to our backyard for 8 games. And these are the goals of Flag City. We would activate our communities in ways to make sure small businesses, local residents, and the region at large had the ability and the opportunity to have some pride in the fact that these games are in our backyard.
I want to commend Governor Sherrill and her administration for recognizing that the best way to capture that opportunity is by bringing World Cup celebrations directly into our communities rather than concentrate everything in one location with limited transit access and parking. So her decision to bring this out into the broader community was a great decision, I believe, by the administration. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to be the host county here for the World Cup. We know that this will shine a bright light on who we are, what we represent, and we will deliver a wonderful, wonderful event to all the people of the world, and they will learn and know about who and what we are as a county, as a region, and as a state.
There are a bunch of people, hundreds of folks that are excited, that are eager to make sure that they show the rest of the world a great time, and to make sure that Newark is showcased in a way that has never been showcased before. We welcome people to Mulberry Commons. Mulberry Commons is the center of gravity of the city of Newark. Most of the development, most of the activity, most of the recreation happens in that area. Whether you not too far as the museum, not too far as New Jersey Performing Arts Center, the arena itself is right there. Every concert from K-pop to Mary J. Blige happens at the Newark Prudential Arena. The whole world will be able to see Newark in its best form. We're excited about that, and all of the restaurants and all of the eateries around there are super excited. Eager. We've already began organizing. I see Melvin Waldrop in the back. Has already began organizing it with Newark Alliance and the rest of our partners to make sure that the local businesses benefit from the fact that everybody will come to Newark, New Jersey. So we're super excited about it.
And what was so exciting about Flag Cities for us is we can actually put on, I think, the first event, June 12th, a celebration right in the heart of downtown Jersey City, right on our streets, bring in the LED boards, bring in the small businesses, create the extraordinary excitement of the World Cup in the heart of Jersey City. And I think in Jersey City, we couldn't be more excited because we are the most diverse city in the country. Over 90 nationalities are represented in our city. Other than Antarctica, we have every continent represented in Jersey City. And we really feel like we are a little microcosm of the world.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Governor Sherrill, right? Because this pivot that the governor made, pretty early on in her term, actually brought all of us together today, right? The reason why we're here together is that now we each have Bergen and Essex and Jersey City, my hometown, has ownership of this World Cup now. We can actually feel the excitement starting to build within Hudson.
The Flag City event is going to be down on Park Avenue. We'll have that area cordoned off. We'll have large TV screens down there. We'll have the restaurants involved. We'll be selling tickets at a minimal cost, and it'll give people from town a avenue to come down and enjoy the game. If they can't, afford the tickets, at least they can come down and celebrate a game with family and friends.
So we want to encourage local active organizations to participate in our events. So particularly groups that are representing the countries playing matches in the region. It's a great opportunity to highlight the incredible diversity of our communities through music, dance, and cultural performances. We'll also have vendor villages with different merchandise, soccer merchandise, and local crafts, as well as some kid zones as well.
Goya is about bringing people together. And first of all, that's what the World Cup is doing. It's bringing the world together here to New Jersey. And I want to commend the Meadowlands Chamber of Commerce, Axiom, for helping us. You know, when good people get together, great things happen. And, you know, the public and private partnerships is the way to do that. And we're very happy to be here, especially that we're celebrating our 90th anniversary. So to be here sponsoring this during our 90th anniversary is a thrill for us. We're looking forward to this, and thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Ron, what an exciting day for you, huh?
Well, you know, that was really super to have the mayors of Jersey City and Newark, the county executives of Bergen and Hudson, the mayor of our host community, East Rutherford, all sitting together talking about the adoption of our event series as their primary means of celebrating the games. It's awesome. And it to your point earlier, you know, we really do have the premier sort of event series related to this, but that's why we have the premier series. It's because it takes an enormous amount of work and support from many, many parties. And you have to concentrate that activity someplace. Places that have good population density, that have transportation, that have parking, that have a history of celebrating these types of things and that want to do it. It's not right for everybody. And so we got great partners out of this. And I think that's another notable thing here. It also kind of pushes people toward us, right? Because Newark's only going to do one big thing, a lot of little things. Bergen County, a lot of little things, only one big thing. Jersey City, same thing. And it was very satisfying, by the way, because we know that the Liberty State Park activation was canceled. That was supposed to be 39 days in Jersey City. We're only going to be one day, but it's going to be one awesome day.
Yeah.
So
blessing in disguise.
I think that the wisdom prevailed there, right? I think that Governor Cheryl said it right when she said, I want to spread this activity out across the state so it's local to more people. Was it a bad idea to do Liberty State Park? No, but we have a better idea now. And so the host committee will take its operation. They're talking about a number of other possible permutations for what they'll do for their sponsors and their community. I'm really looking forward to hearing what that'll be.
Yeah. Well, where can people find out more about your events and your company and all of the action happening this summer?
Flagcities.com has all the event days. The tickets will be $10 or $20 for adults. There will be a community that has a completely free event. Logistically, it was impossible to create a way for people to get in with tickets, and it's a very large area, so it'll be free. But at $10 and $20, it'll be the entertainment value of the summer for sure. It's the time of year with the longest days. So almost all of our events are in sunlight, even those that are at night. There's one event that'll run a little bit over and be into darkness. But Jersey City's used to putting on its Jersey City at night.
Yeah.
And it'll be the first event. And I think it'll set a great tone for what's happening here for us to launch there with 10 to 12 to 14,000 people on Columbus, watching, dancing, having a Budweiser, and we're going to have a good time.
Thank you so
It's
much.
so
And
great
we'll
to
see
be
you
here.
this summer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week. Next week on Your New Jersey. Fitness and health, I mean, that is your whole identity.
Yes, yeah. Fitness, health, strength, self-reliance, all of these things help people to live better longer. And the thing is, you don't have to train like a Navy SEAL to get benefit. But what you do is you have to be consistent, and you have to find something that you like. And you want to also approach it, with a sensible attitude.
Yeah. Well, you brought that attitude to countless people. I mean, just today, one of our other guests that came to film looked at you and said, I think you taught my kids karate 20 years ago.
Yes.
But that you are an institution in that realm here in the Garden State.
Yeah, I guess so. I do a lot of training. I'm a college professor, and I also do strength conditioning for Bergen Catholic's wrestling team, which is one of the top teams not only in the state but in the country.
You were thinking about taking that leap into entrepreneurship, and you were scared. And you were trying to figure out how to make it work with 2 daughters, a single mom, and look at you.
It's crazy. It all works out. I think that people just are interested in real. People are interested in authentic. People are interested in something that's not polished, not put together. And although I was working in marketing and I was helping others do this, I wasn't really doing it for myself. And so I think people really resonated with the fact that I was being real. I was talking about things that were really happening. And I was also helping, and I was offering something to help people. And as a natural thing, algorithms present you in a way to other people, and people started following me, and the rest is kind of history from there. Feedback has been so positive, and the feedback from the book itself has been, I'm so glad you went first. And because I talk about in the book, especially in the introduction, my experience with imposter syndrome and how that affected me while I was writing the book. Because who am I to write a book?
Oh,
You know,
please.
and a lot of people don't realize what it takes to write a book and what goes into the process. And that's with building anything.